Justice for Vinicius Júnior and all the black players that are struggling and suffering because of racism. Today, we have a step in La Liga where three people are sent to 8 months in prison and given 2 year stadium ban for racially abusing Vinicius Júnior. We're gonna get into the details of this. All I can ask you is to help the channel grow by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and it will be much appreciated. So Vinicius Júnior, everybody knows that he's been racially abused in Spain for the last few years. In almost every stadium, he's a target over there. I don't know why, but people like to abuse him. And this time around, the court took charge of certain cases that were obvious and on TV is clear, people making monkey chant and calling him names. So those people are going to jail. And is this enough? I don't think so. But I think it's a step toward the right direction. It's better something than nothing. They haven't done anything for years and years. Not only Vinicius Júnior, but many players been abused. They do nothing. And today, this is a step just by starting by three people and a very minimal, if you can call it, 8-month prison. And they're gonna have, suspended sentence and 2 years not going to stadium. I think you have to send a clear message. You have to punish somebody seriously in order for things to change. English football changed for the better because of suspension from Europe, for example. The hooligans pretty much destroyed English football, and for 5 years they were banned from Europe, and so many laws were passed just to make sure that something like that is not going to happen anymore. And we see law and order now in England. Somehow, still problems, still people getting racially abused. And by the way, it's not even in Spain only. It's everywhere. So let me read some comment here. This out of context. Real Madrid said that it's not enough. Valencia should be deducted 20 points. Another very good point he's making here. Like, at some point, teams need to start losing point in order to hit them more. You ban the fans from stadium like for 5 games, and then you probably get like 3-point deduction for every single time that they abuse somebody. So when your club is deducted point and money being taken out of your club, you can't even sign players and stuff. I think the guy, the racial one, is going to, understand that I am damaging my club here. But if it's gonna be those significant, it's a very small fee and so-called 8 months in jail, probably is not gonna work. But also you have to look at the other side of the coin. If you punish the entire club because of few individuals, it looks like it's not fair. But somebody is gonna regret somehow. Somebody is gonna get hurt somehow. So it is what it is. You have to do, knowing that you're punishing also the team, the fans who are not racist. I can't even speak. So let me know in the comments section down below if you agree with the decision, if you think it's the right step toward a big solution. It's gonna change something. What do you think? This guy here, January 27, said that great development. This is very good for the sport. It's important these people know that there will be consequences for their actions. All right. So many people say that he provokes people because he dribbles people a lot. Listen, you pay money to go see people like Vinícius Júnior do his thing. Football is an art for Brazilians. And just because you got undone doesn't give you the reason to abuse him racially. And like I said, things need to change everywhere, even in England. And the media are part of this. The way they cover it, like about Vinicius, there are so many big sport outlets over in Spain who say, oh no, man up, it's not a big deal. It's just rivalry. It's just football. And because you provocate people, you make me do this. You make me racially abuse you because of how you act on the pitch. Basically, many newspapers say that. So ordinary people who are reading or who are listening to what you say, they tend to copy. They say, oh, it's normal, it's normal. And even in England, the media is encouraging people now to hate like black players. If a black player buy a house, it's a problem. If a white guy buy a house, no, that is masterclass, that is smart. Raheem Sterling been through that. Even Adarabioyo spending 2 million to buy a house for his family, it became a problem. Raheem Sterling already said it. Phil Foden buys a house the same price. What a smart boy buying a house for his mom. So it's always like this, and this is how you encourage like racism to grow. And not, like I said, not only in Spain, in Italy also. Remember the episode of Lukaku getting racially abused, and then Serie, the league came up with no to racism campaign, putting monkeys and putting different colors and say this is our way of fighting against racism. So they double down on this one. It's like, okay, let's pretend that we are protecting or we are against the racism, but let's now even insult them more. So this was the campaign a few years ago. Remember about the Black Friday? All the Black Friday, and they put like black players front page, like Lukaku, Chris Smalling, and all the black people playing in Italy. So the problem is everywhere. There are a group of people who still very, very, very bad people, but not everybody in Italy or not everybody in Spain or England. But those groups are making good people look really bad. And in England, where we follow football a lot because it's the Premier League, the Black Footballer Partnership has criticized element of English media for using photo of Bukayo Saka, blah, blah, blah. You know what happened? England lost 1-0. And then Saka only played like for 20 or 25 minutes, but he was the face of the defeat. Not Harry Kane, who missed sitter after sitter. All the white guys, they talked about them just a little bit, okay? Phil Foden, but in a gentle way. Just so they can say, oh, you know what? We talked about everybody, not only about Saka or about Kobe Mino. But in reality, they knew what they were doing. All the thumbnails, all the big title, the front pages are black people who are the face of the defeat. But in the back page somewhere, you might find them saying something about Declan Rice or something about Harry Kane not finishing his chance. But the way they word it, the wording is completely different. This is the world that we are living in, and things need to change. We are human beings, and we're supposed to be treated equally. I am sick and tired of racists. They have to leave us in peace. This is football we're talking about here. Talking about colors of our skins. So, Vinicius Junior, I think justice somehow been done, because it's always start by a little action, and this little action is gonna spark big fire that will continue slowly and surely. And even that Xavier Tebas, he looks like he's a racist, because after Vinicius Junior complained, he came and say, you don't know what you're talking about, and you're accusing La Liga of this and this. You don't know each other's competence, and kind of blaming him for complaining about racism. After that, he came to apologize, of course, but it's a PR kind of thing. And we know all those dinosaurs, they just are serious racists, and they are hiding behind those institutions. And it's going to take time for people to understand that we are all the same.